Today I wanted to share how I set up for filming my time-lapse videos. My goal is for this to be the kind of video that I would have wanted to see when I was first starting out, so I hope you find it helpful. I should start out by mentioning that I currently use my iPhone 5 SE to film. But most of these tips will apply if you use a real camera as well. For demonstration purposes, I'll be using this extra iPhone case to show where the camera would go since I'm using my real one for recording. So when I was first thinking about recording my art, I went on Amazon and I bought this small tripod that's just made for holding like a small cell phone. It was about $10 or $15 and it's actually pretty good for getting side angles and quick shots where I don't want to do a lot of setup with the bigger tripod that I have now. The downsides to a tripod like this would be that it's not very sturdy. If your phone's heavy or much bigger than mine, it's probably going to fall over if you try to get certain angles, but it can work if you're just starting out and you can find a way to balance it. One thing it definitely won't work for are those nice overhead shots that you always see of people doing their art, but I tried to find a way around that using this and a bunch of hangers, and here's how that went.
A little behind the scenes for you. I really need to buy a tripod. But here's kind of what's happening. I'll show you with a phone case. Pop my phone in there. And that's what's happening.
So that was how I filmed my first few videos. But it was difficult to set it up, so I bought a real tripod a few weeks later. I went on Amazon and I bought this tripod for about $40. It came with a nice carrying case, but I pretty much keep it in the closet exactly how I'm going to use it, just because I'm lazy like that. When I want to film, I bring it over to my window. A spot with good light is very important for filming your art, so I definitely recommend finding a nice window, even if you can't put your desk there. The spot where I like to paint is actually just a little shelf that I got from IKEA, and what I do is I just pull it away from the window a little bit, maybe about a foot, and then I'll put the tripod behind it. And as you can see, I've got one leg shorter than all the others. So I sit that leg on the window and then the other two kind of prop it up between the shelf and the wall. As you can see, this tripod came with the attachment to film with a phone, so that's perfect for me. And it definitely gives me those nice shots from directly above that you see me using all the time. Once I've got it set up like this, the next thing I like to do is check to make sure that my phone isn't at a weird angle. To do this, I have a small level that I got for probably $1 or so, and I just use it to adjust and make sure that everything's going to look pleasant for the viewer. Another thing I'll do when that smaller tripod just isn't giving me the angle that I want is I will use something that I already have on hand, which is my jar of paintbrushes. And the way this works is that the angle of the stuff in the cup will determine the angle of your shot. So if I want to get a lower angle, I'll get a cup with the stuff more spread out, and then that creates a shot that's looking more down versus the other one that was looking more out. And since this isn't an actual desk, I'll usually sit on this storage ottoman, or I'll slide my desk chair over, depending on how I'm feeling. Here's a major tip for anyone who's filming using their phone. You really want to pay attention to that camera icon and make sure it's upright at all times. It is possible to rotate the footage later, however, because you're turning it, you're probably going to lose some video quality and it's just a hassle. And my final tip for you today might seem pretty obvious, but it's just to always double check that you're recording when you want to be recording. This has happened to me so many times and it's always such a bummer. Sometimes it can be related to the stuff you're using. For instance, this small tripod, if I put it in the wrong spot, will sometimes hold down my volume button, which prevents it from recording. So definitely check for stuff like that when you're using your new supplies. And that's all for this video. If you make videos, leave a comment and let me know what kind of camera you use so that when I want to buy one, I can check out your videos and see how I like it. Hope this video was helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.